Hi all, I recently took a day trip down to the Cape and I thought I would share with you guys some of my favorite spots. For reference, most of these are in the middle/upper area of the Cape. I've been coming here since I was a kid, so this trip was really nostalgic for me. So yes, here are some of my favorite areas on Cape Cod. First up is Taylor Bray Farm in Yarmouth Port. This farm is fully paid for by the town's tax dollars and it's so cool. They have so many animals and usually the farmers that are there, if they're feeding them, they will let little kids help, which is so cute. Here are a bunch of sheep they had. They also had a bunch of chickens and hens. Don't get me wrong, I love chickens and I love eggs. However, they are so annoying. I do not think I could own my own. The Black Flats Marsh is located in the back, which I think is the coolest aspect of this farm. There's this giant boardwalk you can walk along and then view the entire marsh from up above. If you're really into bird watching, this is the area to do so. I didn't see any today, but I've seen multiple eagles here before. Then, oh my gosh, look at this thing. It's so cute. I don't know if it's a bull or a Highland cattle or if there's a difference between the two, but yeah, they had a few donkeys. This is them eating. And then they also had this goat that was just chilling with the sheep. It was sticking its head out of the wire fence, so I assumed it wanted scratches. And that seemed to be what it wanted, because it seemed pretty itchy. Here's one of their in-use tractors, and I really like how they upcycled this old one so kids could still use it. When it's nicer and the right season, they have this really big garden out back. Before I drove any further up north, I stopped at this market that was right next to the farm and I got this sandwich to eat. Then on the way to the next stop, I randomly passed this mill I've never been to before and I'm so glad I pulled over to see what it was all about. The mill's obviously not in use right now. However, it was really cool to see how the town was able to preserve/utilize it at the end of the day. So yeah, really glad I happened to stumble upon this on the side of the road. All the locations from here on till the end of the video are on the Cape Cod National Seashore, which is the upper part of the Cape. My first stop on the National Seashore was Rock Harbor Beach. As you can see, it was high tide when I went, and then this is a boat ramp to the left. There's then this jetty in the middle surrounded by an amazing beach. This is being filmed in March, so technically off season for the Cape. This is the emptiest I've ever seen Rock Harbor Beach. So yes, I was taking in all the calmness and serenity. The water is so clear, and this is the only time I've been able to get on the jetty without anyone else being there. I've been on it before, but there was always someone annoying that wouldn't leave this area at the very end, so this is the first time I've been here. Big moment for me. Here are some scenic shots of the beach before the sun went away, and then the tide washed up a bunch of crazy stuff. Found this full shell along with this crab skull. If anyone has any idea what this is, please let me know. And then I found this shell and it looked like it had been wrapped in coral. Also let me know if you know what this is. There's also this artsy church that's right next to the beach and they always have art exhibits out front. Really good marketing in my opinion. Next up is Nauset Lighthouse Beach in Eastham. You may recognize this lighthouse from the Cape Cod ship logo. It's cool, but I feel like the beach is even cooler. It's so steep up from the parking lot. Thank God this part was blocked off because it was so scary. Also, shout out these surfers. These are definitely the biggest waves I've seen in Massachusetts. And also peep this guy's wipeout. The walk down is so pretty. Like, look at this view. It's about a 2-minute walk down and then you're there. Someone made this insane teepee out of driftwood. So cool. And then as you can see from this angle, how big the sand dunes are. I truly believe the further up you go on the Cape, the more majestic the beaches get. And then, oh, the paw prints in the sand are just so precious. Here's some more angles of the dunes. These are so cool in my opinion. I feel like you can see the layers of the earth. You can also start to see some of the clay forming here, and then a bit of a steep walk up, but totally worth it in my opinion. Then here is the drive to our next stops in Wellfleet. This area of the preservation is called Marconi Wireless Station. There's a bunch of these cool viewing areas with information about the surrounding environment. There's not too much walking to be done in this area, but a cool place to stop and take it all in. However, if you're looking to walk, right across the street is the Atlantic White Cedar Swamp Trail, which is so cool. It's just your average walking trail at first, then you enter this boardwalk that takes you along to a swamp. This was my first time on the trail and I was amazed that this was in Massachusetts. I took a road trip to Florida a few years ago and we stopped in Georgia and we did a hike through a swamp and this reminds me a lot of that. Definitely will be coming back here, however, please have a map / on your phone where you're going because I got lost and yeah, don't do that. And then to wrap up my trip, I went to this hippie, locally owned gift store. I've never been here before. It's called Earth House. This place has everything. They have new stuff, vintage stuff made by local artisans. Definitely would recommend checking this out. Definitely come here if you're into antiques. The whole basement is essentially a tiny curated thrift store. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Also, look at these cursed little Easter babies. Aw, and then I saw this mural on the drive home and I just thought it was really cute. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, subscribe for more. Definitely take this as a sign to visit the Cape if you're able to. Bye!